Good morning, everybody. Good morning, traders. How are you all? Today is 21st February 2021, Sunday, 11 a.m. We have changed the timings from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. based on the votings conducted on my Telegram channel, where there were around 35% votes to 11 a.m. So I hope this time is more suitable for more people. Please just confirm once whether you're able to hear me clearly and whether you are able to look at the screen. Everything is clear. Thank you, Kunal. Please just confirm once. Yes. So everything is clear, right? Thank you. We'll wait for 20 seconds and then we will start off. We'll wait for 20, 30 seconds and then we will start off. As usual, we will we will follow up on the charts which were previously discussed on the previous sessions and see how they performed. Few failed or few, if they have failed or if they have succeeded in their movements. We will look at those charts and also we will look at fresh opportunities as usual. And then we will have the classic trading course chart whispers competition, a small quiz where I will show you the charts and you have to guess the chart. And if the person who does it first will get the classic trading course free of cost. All right. And okay, thanks a lot, Taha Zaveri, for the compliment. Okay, Aman is asking what is Chart Whispers all about. It is about sharing my trade ideas, my trade plan. I share important charts which I find very interesting for the coming weeks, and I also share the levels. I also share the plan. Where do I enter? Where do I exit? And what is the stop loss? What is the target? Everything, right? It is not vague discussion that this stock will move up and this stock will move down. Nothing like that. A clear, precise plan will be given. I share my own plan, and that is what makes Chart Whispers very different from what is being done by most of the YouTubers out there. ठीक है, चलो, let's start. I hope now you are able to look at the screen, right? We have this chart of tasty bite. First, we will take up the charts which were previously discussed on the previous chart sessions. Few charts, not all charts. It is not possible. Otherwise, one whole hour will go on that follow-up. But few charts I'll take up and see how they've performed. Tasty bites, last week we have discussed, and we had discussed that the entry was at this point at the breakout, clean breakout. And in the current week, it has gone up by around 5%. Actually, it went up by around 10%, but then it made a pullback, fell down, and closed around 5% up from the entry price. So no problem, the trade is still on. The plan is already shared in the previous sessions. So based on the plan, stop loss and target, you can continue this trade, right? This is just a follow-up. The next chart is team lease, right? This was the, please mind that this is the weekly chart, right? यहाँ पे हम weekly chart discuss कर रहे हैं. We are discussing the weekly charts. So this candle is the previous week's candle and this candle is the current week's candle, right? तो हम यहाँ पे थे तब हमने इस चार्ट का डिस्कशन किया था. We discussed this team lease chart and I said that this is at a good buying point and we just want a positive candle to enter long, a green candle to enter long. I said that on this candle when we are here on 12th February, right? And this candle is the Monday's candle, that is 15th February. Now, when did we have a green candle? This was the green candle, right? 17th February. This is where I said that you can enter, but I did not enter. Now, this is not some random stuff that I'm saying that the trade failed, so I did not enter or something like this. But on a serious note, I did not enter, nor did I recommend the stock in my equity cash trading mentorship ECTM channel, right? The reason is this green candle was not convincing. Apart from that, this candle broke down below this area, right? Even if it is यहाँ पे even though breakdown हो गया, लेकिन अगर ये green candle थोड़ी ज्यादा convincing होती, इसका high तोड़ के ऊपर close होती, then I would definitely have taken this long trade. But this green candle was not at all convincing. The other concept that we have learned in the classic trading course is when such green candles are not convincing, what do? We wait for an additional confirmation, that is by way of entering above the high of that unconvincing, non-convincing, whatever you call such candle, right? So this candle was not convincing, so you could have, but it is a green candle, right, and slightly closing above this area, but not a convincing candle. So what you could have done is just set an order that price, if the price on the next day goes above the high of this candle, that is at 3186, it crosses 3186, then you could have taken a long entry, right? That was my plan. But see, the price did not go above the high, and in fact it closed down and give a breakdown of this area. But this chart is still in my radar. I would still be looking to go long if we have a convincing price action. Let's say if there is a break of this line, right, at 3200, if it closes above this, then definitely once again I would think about going long, but I will look at the price action in the coming days, how it unfolds, right? So this is the chart team list which we had discussed. Please. Okay, fine. So there are many queries. The queries part I will be taking up after I discuss my own stocks, and after we are done with all those things, and then we will take up the queries together. Fine. Okay, thank you, Nisar. Nisar is saying thank you for your tips. It really works for me every time. See, Nisar, these are not tips, right? This is learning. Please do not call them tips, right? This is not tips. Tips is a very cheap word, responsible for a lot of wealth destruction for retail traders. So these are learnings, these are discussions, right? And based on the learnings you are trading, that is good. I'm not sharing tips. Chalo, next stock is this one, PI Italica. Once again, it has moved up. The buying point, as discussed in the chart whisper sessions few weeks back, 3 or 4 weeks back, was this exact pinpointed entry, was this 10.2 levels, right? And then see, the price has moved up, right, to about 50% from that levels, from 10 to 15, right? So that is 50% move. So this trade is still on. You can book out at this level, 17.7. Many people have entered this trade on at this level, 10.1, right? Caught the perfect lows, right? So this trade is still on. It is just a follow-up of the previous sessions. Then is this HT Media. It is a very old stock, right? Maybe 6 to 7 weeks back. I do not remember, but I'm still holding this guy. And now finally, let me delete this. Now, if you look at this chart, it had formed an ascending triangle pattern. Then it had broken out and made this rounding bottom. See, rounding bottom. And then again, it has broken out. The target was missed by a whisker. Otherwise, I would have exited somewhere here, but slightly missed and fell back down. So still I'm holding it and I'm seeing where it goes now, right? At least I will book some quantities here, right? This seems to be a target based on the daily chart. This is the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, I do not see any clear levels, but on the daily chart, if you go, this level, you will see this, right? There is this minute level, right? Here, there are a couple of rejections. See? So I'm looking to book out somewhere at this zone, at least partial quantities, but I'll see how it goes. So this trade is still on, and now it has started to move after a few weeks. It was silent. Okay. Next stock is Mayur Uniquoters. Last week we had discussed, and clean breakout was there, right? And this week it is up by 15%, right? Mayur Uniquoters, it is up by 15%. And obviously the targets are all-time highs, right? This Kafler India, again, last week we had discussed gap up and a breakout. And this week again, it is up by 5.3%, right? So this is still a trade which is still on. Maintain stop loss and target as we have discussed in the previous sessions. Fine, this is some of the follow-up stocks which we had discussed in the previous sessions. And now let us discuss some fresh opportunities. Okay, Ankit is asking, I'm confused about time frame. Kindly tell us about entry time frame for positional trading. It all depends, Ankit. Time frame is a subjective thing. There are even positional traders who trade the 60 minutes time frame for positional trading, right? They look for a precise pinpoint entry. There are traders who are just looking at the daily chart for trading positionally, and there are traders, let's say breakout momentum traders, who want to capture momentum within a few days. They look for even the weekly charts just to trade on positional basis. So it all depends upon your trading style. You need to undergo the complete training on these things, and then you can decide upon the time frame. It is not an easy thing to discuss. It is subjective. But general assumption is that if you are just following one time frame, look out for daily chart for positional trading. Like if you are considering for trading for 5 to 7 days or something like that, then look out for daily charts. If you are looking to trade for a couple of weeks or something like that, then look out for weekly charts. Okay, Shashi is asking, can you pronounce stock names clearly? Fine, Shashi, I will try. I will pronounce it clearly. So as of now, we have discussed 6 to 7 stocks, follow-up stocks from the previous week's Chat Whispers session. Now, we will discuss fresh stocks. Let's start. Okay, the first stock is Karnataka Bank. It is Karnataka Bank weekly chart. Look at this clean level, right? Look at this clean level. Let me delete it and draw it again. This is the clean level. We can simply look at the chart and find this clean level. And there was a level here, but look at the price action here. This level has no much relevance, so I'm deleting this level, right? Currently the important level is this, and the price is moving up. Look out for a breakout of this level on a weekly close basis. If the price closes above this level, there is an opportunity to go long. The first target would be obviously this 87 levels. Look at this zone. This is the first target. Based on the scale entry concept for the blast setup, as far as the classic trading course is concerned, then 6 points above this, that is 79. 79 would be the entry price. Direct a scale entry price, right? But simple normal breakout trading, wait for a close at this above this level on a weekly basis. That is, if the Friday the price closes above this level, then go long. The next is this precision wires. We had taken up this chart in the one of the previous sessions, but still I am repeating this. Looks a good one to me. Price is about to break out, very close to break out. And let me look at the daily chart. The daily chart is also very convincing. The price is poised to break out, right? And in this case, the first target will be 237, 238 levels. Currently the price is at 177. Let it break out. Let it give a close above this line, that is 180 line, and then go long. The stop loss obviously would be below this level on a weekly closing basis. Below this 180 on a weekly closing basis, that would be the stop loss. Just a minute. Okay, the next stock is trend. Very interesting. Long-term trending stock. These are stocks which can give phenomenal moves because they are supported by strong fundamentals, right? If the price has been consistently moving up, long-term uptrend, it means that the fundamentals are strong. Only then the price will move up, right? In this chart, we have this all-time high levels acting as resistance. 785 acted as resistance here. Again acted as resistance here, and once again price has slightly broken out. If you look at the line chart, you will see that price has closed above these levels. Price has closed above these levels, the highs, right? So you can take a long entry, initiate a long trade here itself. Stop loss should be placed a little conservatively here because price has just broken out slightly, not much. So stop loss could be, let us look at the daily chart to find any ideal stop loss points. Okay, there are no ideal stop loss points. In that case, you can use the scale concept, right? The scale concept for stop loss 62.5. So you can enter long here, and your stop loss would be at 731 levels, right? That would be a fixed stop loss, rigid stop loss, not a closing basis stop loss, right? That would be a rigid stop loss. And the target is obviously, you cannot identify any targets here. Some people use Fibonacci, but that is without any logic to me, just because there are some magical numbers happening around the world, it does not mean the same applies to markets. So the target should be trailed ideally based on how the price moves. That is again a subjective thing. But if you are a rigid trader looking to trade based on the risk reward, then you can set, if your risk reward is ideal average risk reward is 3 or 2 or 1 or 4, anything, it should be at least 1.5 or more, right? Then you can place a rigid target also in this case. So that is about trend. Fine. Then comes this Excel Industries. Once again, this chart is good, forming a bottom here. Look at the bottom here, right? Let me show you. If you look at this, it is forming such kind of a bottom pattern, right? Rounding bottom. And now the price is poised for a breakout. Look at the volumes here. The volumes have suddenly picked up compared to the previous moves. And the stock has a potential to move up, right? It has already been to 1800 levels or so, right? So this is a crucial level. And if the price closes above this level, go long. It would be a fantastic trade. Excel Industries, please note this down, right? Everready is the next stock. In the previous chat whisper session, one of the participants had asked about the stock. Currently, the stock is at the breakout level, but the level is not so great. Not so great. So I would not be interested as of now in this stock. Although the move is great. The move from the bottom levels is great. It has, right, from the Corona crash 36 to 235. That is about 560% move. The move has been great. The momentum is great. But I would not be looking. Let me look at the level clearly. One rejection, two rejection. I would be waiting. I think the stock will stabilize a bit before it moves up. So let us wait and see what happens in the coming weeks, and then I will update on this stock. As of now, I'm not finding it much interesting. It is just moving in trending way. I think there will be a pullback. So I think we should not go long at this breakout. Breakout is very. It looks a little less convincing to me. Next is Aries Life Science. Now this stock has broken out of this zone. The zone is not clear. Obviously, look at the chart. The zone is not very clear. But after breaking out, the stock is making a pullback. If you look at the daily chart, there's a breakout. See, there is this breakout, and then the stock is making this pullback. Now it is at a good buying point. Right now it is at a support, so one can look to go long, and the stop loss should be placed below 547 on a weekly closing basis, right? Then you can go long for a target. The first target would be obviously this 637, and then the next targets will arrive. But this will be the first target where you can book partial quantities. It is at a good point to go long. The next is this dynamic technology. This dynamic technologies, right? Once again, this stock is at a good level. This is a support here, and now it has acted as a resistance, making this rounding bottom. And the great thing about this guy is it is making a congestion here, right? Look at the congestion, small candles, and fixed in this zone, slightly broken out about this zone. So it is preparing for a breakout now. Wait for the price to close above this line, that is 936 levels. If the price close on the weekly basis above this line, you can go long. Based on the scale entry concept, I'll also tell you the level. If the price goes directly to 84, that is somewhere here, 998. If the price hits 998, then also you can immediately go long. The stop loss obviously would be below this level, 878 on a weekly closing basis. Let us talk about the target here. This is a level, the first level. It is very near to the entry price. I think the risk reward would be slightly unfavorable here. Then let's say if we enter somewhere here, and the stop loss we keep it here, and the first target is okay. Risk reward is fine, not an issue. 1.5, 1.6 is the risk reward ratio for the first target, so this can be a good trade. And then look at how the move unfolds. It may be possible that the price suddenly breaks out of many levels, looking at this pattern, right? So keep this stock on your radar. Next is Dpsc. I hope you remember this stock. I had traded this stock. We had discussed this stock in the one of the previous sessions or on my Telegram channel, I do not remember, and my trade had failed. The breakout was great. This breakout happened and it was great, right? I entered somewhere here based on the scale entry concept, and immediately the price hit upper circuit at that day, on that day, but then it started falling down and hit my stop loss. So I had to exit the trade with uh, okay, yes, I use that step trailing method, right? So actually I did not make a loss here. It was trailed to my cost, because on that day it hit upper circuit. I used trail stop loss method. So you can, if you want to look at how I traded this stock and look at the result, you can just search Dpsc #Dpsc on my Telegram channel, and then you will be able to find that trade. How did I take that, and how uh, I exited the trade at cost without making any loss, without making any profit. But now the trade is at now the stock is at another important uh, price action, right? This was a breakout, then it made a pullback, right? It made a 3 candle pullback. Then there was a small congestion, right? And then it moves up out of this congestion with this big green candle, 10% move directly. So this candle again signifies that the price is willing to go up. Again, it has closed above this breakout level. So one can take a long entry here at the close of this. Not an issue. Stop loss below this level on the weekly closing basis. This is the level, that is 14 level on the weekly closing basis. Place a stop loss, and this target would be there is no clear target, right? There is no clear target, so you can use a step trailing method or based on your risk reward. I am looking for this one, this target, that is 24, right? So high risk reward opportunity, but this is a penny stock, so stay wise, stay cautious, trade cautiously. Okay. Many queries are also coming, but I'll take up the queries after I am done discussing the charts. There are not much charts today. So please let me discuss them first. Again, this is a fantastic chart. Dani Services, very good chart. Very good chart. Keep these on radar. Note it down, especially this one, because at this resistance level, I am seeing that small candles. There is this small congestion going on right now. Look at the small candles, right? Once it breaks out of this area, it will give a good move. Currently the price is at 357. The target would be at the all-time high, that is 786. 790 levels is the all-time high levels. So this stock, keep on radar. If the breakout happens, go long. Stop loss will be as usual below this 356 zone on a weekly closing basis, because we are discussing the weekly chart. This is the ready to trade opportunity, Delta MFG. What is this? Delta Manufacturing, right? Delta Manufacturing is a ready to trade opportunity. W bottom, this handle had formed, and then a fantastic breakout. Look at this candle, 20% move in just 1 week. If I zoom out the chart, there is this volume happening recently at this W bottom levels, right? Compare it to the previous volumes. Look at the volumes. There is some activity here, a great activity here, I must say. And then there is this breakout. So at 32.25, fantastic buy. Stop loss below this level on a weekly closing basis. The first target is obviously this. That is 44.25. So this stock, keep on your radar. 36% move is the target. Delta MFG. Deepak Fertilizers, again fantastic. Look at this congestion here at this resistance, below resistance, right? Look for a breakout of this area. 176 is the upper line of this zone. If the price closes above this 176 on a weekly basis, done. Take this trade. Okay, you want to know about the scale entry also, based on the blast setup of the classic trading course, and that comes at 12.65. That is somewhere here, 185.5. If the price hits 185.5, immediately go long. That is it. And place your stop loss below this level as discussed. The target here would be this. The first target would be 275. Okay, no, the first target would be 240. 240 would be the first target, and then there is another level, this 276. That is a more significant level. High risk reward trade again. Then is this core cable industries. This is an average chart, but a penny stock, 55 level. The resistance is super strong, but the current momentum is weak based on how the Nifty has performed, how the broad markets have performed. But let us look at this chart. The resistance, the blast zone is very good. So again, this level 53.75 is a good level. If it closes above that on a weekly basis, go long. In this case, the first target is this 70, right? And then look for the next targets based on the chart. CMI cables, fantastic breakout again. See, breakout has already happened with this candle, 17% move on a single week. The last 2 weeks are breakout weeks. Good moves. Look at this level. The level is very nice. Support, resistance, resistance, resistance. 4 or 5 rejections of the same area, super zone. And there is this breakout. Go long here, 51 level. Price is at 51 now. Go long. Stop loss below this, 45 at the weekly closing basis. The problem is the target. The price is currently at another resistance. See, there is another resistance here. And then there is this. So it has to cross 2 areas. That is the slight issue. So in this case, the breakout is fantastic. It is very enticing. But because there are multiple roadblocks, there are multiple hurdles coming on the way. So what you can do is you can take half your risk, not full your risk, right? You can take half of your risk on this stock. But the breakout is very nice. But there is a possibility that because of this resistance, the price will be shot back down. And mind you, the stock is in a long-term downtrend also, was in a long-term downtrend also, and now it is trying to reverse. All those factors you have to consider and filter out the opportunities for yourself. Chola Finance breakout has happened, fantastic. The target is this 714. The stop loss is 556 on a weekly closing basis. Currently the price is at 589. Good risk reward trade. I think it would be a risk reward of 1.5 at least. Let's see. If you buy here, stop loss will be somewhere here. Oh, more than. Okay, risk reward is 2.8, right? So Chola Finance is a ready to trade opportunity. You can simply trade it. Next is Cantabile. Again, a long-term uptrending stock. Look at this, right? A long-term uptrending stock. Then this ascending triangle pattern had a breakout. This is the ascending triangle pattern for those who do not know, right? This is the ascending triangle pattern that broken out, and the price is floating at the all-time high levels. There are higher chances the price can fall back to this level for making a retest of this breakout level, all-time high level, and then it may decide to move up. A retest can happen something like this. Now, let's say this price is broken out here, struggling here, and then make a retest of this level, and then decide to go long like this, right? But we do not know. It can never come back, or it can even break down of this area, right? We do not know, but there are chances of this happening. As of now, what you can do is you can take partial quantities. Here you can just buy because the price currently, the trend is up, everything is bullish. So the technical analysis, we have to consider the probabilities, right? The probabilities are in our favor for going long. So you can take a long entry here. The stop loss will be below this level on a weekly closing basis, 340 levels on a weekly closing basis, and look for this trade. If the price falls back here, then enter another half quantities, right? Add another half quantities, and then stop loss will be the same on a weekly closing basis, and look for a good up move. This is Cantabile Retail. That is the stock's name. This is the Ajmera's chart, Ajmera Realty. The area is okay. The area is fine. Making a slight congestion here. This is the level 148 breakout chart. You can look for long entry if the price closes above this. And the stop loss will be, as usual, below this 149 on a weekly closing basis. But this is an okay chart, not so strong, right? This is an okay chart. The last chart is this SJVN. What is the full form of this company? Okay, it is SJVN Limited. This is the resistance, and now the price is broken out. But I think there will be a pullback here, one pullback, and then it will move up. As of now, the price is at 28 levels. The first target would be 30. Look at this level. It would be the first target. So you can place an order here. Buy order at 27.05, 27.15, somewhere at this level. And the target would be 30. For this stock, you think it is just 3 rupees, but 3 rupees is 12%, right? It is 12% move. SGVN has already broken out, so keep this chart on radar. Now let us. Okay, just a minute. Okay, fine. Now we will start off. We will first do the chart whispers competition. Just wait. Okay, so in this time, what I'm doing is, let me bring myself on the screen. Okay, so previously there was an issue being faced by us and by the viewers also, that their replies were not getting sent immediately by YouTube. So what I'm doing is I will upload the charts for the contest, right? We are talking about the quiz. If you guess the chart first, you are eligible to get the classic trading course free of cost. So I'll put two charts, right? So there will be two winners. You will have two opportunities. So if you are tracking me nicely, if you are tracking my YouTube channel, if you are tracking my Telegram channel, and if you are serious, right? If you are serious about learning, you will definitely come out winning this contest. So okay, Suyash Gadia is saying enrolled in CTC and very happy with the knowledge I'm getting. Thank you, Suyash. Okay, so what I'm doing is now you have to go to the Telegram. First, just listen to me carefully what you have to do, and then you do the action, right? What you need to do is you need to go to the Telegram channel. After 10 minutes, after 5 to 10 minutes, I'll do this. So you need to go to the Telegram channel where I'll post the screenshot. I'll post the picture of the chart. And once you identify the answer, once you are ready with your answer, you need to immediately send me a WhatsApp message. So now the WhatsApp message, let me share you the number, right? This is the number, right? You can note this number down, 8980781995. So the person who guesses the chart first and who replies the message, the person whose message is received first by my team by this number will be declared the winner, right? So now the time is 11:32, right? In few minutes, I am putting up the chart on the Telegram channel. So be ready. Right? Just a minute. Okay, I have put up the chart on the channel. You can reply. You can reply on WhatsApp. Okay, there are many replies. Many messages. I'll need to check. Okay. Okay, fine. We have got the answer. The chart is of NIACL, right? Please note that you need to write your name, right? After you reply, you need to write your name so that I can announce the winners on my Telegram channel. Fine. So the first person to guess that right is, let me see. The first person to get that right is I think the name is Jatin Bansal, right? Jatin Bansal is the first person to answer that correctly, right? So he's the winner. Okay, now I'm putting up the next chart on your screen. I'm putting up the next chart on your Telegram, on our Telegram channel. Just wait. Here we have it. The next chart is shared. Okay, many answers. We need to check because there are plenty of messages now. Who has answered it first? The name would be announced on the Telegram channel. By the way, this is the chart of Sundaram fasteners, right? So the first person who has answered this would be declared the winner on my Telegram channel, right? Okay, so let us discuss both these charts. Very interesting charts. Both were discussed in the previous sessions, right? Let's start about this. Let's start with these charts. Just a minute. Okay. That was NISCL. The first was NISCL. This chart, weekly chart. We had been tracking this chart for a couple of chart whisper sessions, and there was this fantastic congestion, which I had mentioned in the previous one of the sessions also, that if this breakout happens, it will be phenomenal. And if you look at this candle, slightly, not a slightly, but an unconvincing breakout candle, right? It closed above this level where it was not where the price was not being able to close. Look at this level. The price was not able to close above this level at any point of time. This is the level, right? Or if you look at the line chart, but this small candle, this tiny candle closed above this level. That was the first indication of bullishness. But because the candle was very small, the body was very small, so it was unconvincing. So as I said, when things are unconvincing, what you can do is look out for additional confirmation by waiting to let the price go above the high, break the high of that candle for confirmation. And the break of high happened with this candle. And look at the move. Your stop loss would have been somewhere here. It is around 6%, 5 to 6%. And look at the move. Around a risk reward of around 6 in just 1 week, right? This was New India Assurance. Phenomenal breakout. And next stock is Sundaram Fasteners. We had been discussing, I think we discussed in the previous session only this chart. Okay, we discussed that in a couple of sessions back, that this was the breakout candle, right? And look at this congestion here, right? We compared this chart with Sundaram Breaks, where I said that the fasteners breakout would be far better than the breakout of Sundaram Breaks. And look at the breakout. Breakout happened with this candle. This was your ideal entry point based on the close entry concept. But if you look at the scale entry concept, it would have been somewhere. Okay, there would have been somewhere at the same level, right? The same level, closing level. And then the price moved up by around 15%, and it has broken the all-time high. So the target has been hit. Now you can, if you are holding partial quantities or you're holding full quantities, you can trail it yourself. Just see that the trade does not go into loss. So trail stop loss accordingly. These are the two charts. Fine. Just a minute. Okay, one announcement. The announcement is live market handholding programs, ECTM and OLFM registrations will open tomorrow, that is on 22nd February. The links are given in the description box below this YouTube video. To explain you what are these programs, see, there are two categories of program. One is pure learning program. The pure learning program is the classic trading course where it is about pure learning, technical analysis, psychology, and risk management. And there is this other category of program that is live market hand holding programs, which we are talking about right now. There are two programs here, ECTM and OLFM. That is equity cash trading mentorship and one lot futures mentorship. Equity cash trading mentorship. In these programs, in this program you get added to the special Telegram channel where I share my breakout charts, the same charts, right? Almost the same charts which we are discussing here, right? But I share them in the live market with a precise entry point, stop loss, and a target, right? That is what happens in this ECTM channel. And the other thing is this OLFM channel, that is one lot futures mentorship. In this channel, in this program, you get added to another OLFM channel where I share my trade ideas in futures segment, only in futures segment. So those who are trading with a capital of at least 3 lakhs, because in futures you need at least 3 lakhs to initiate a trade, take one lot. And those who have an aggressive risk appetite, right, they are willing to take a good amount of risk because futures involves taking risk in anticipation of a very high return, right? Because we generally anticipate a return of at least 40 to 60,000 in a trade. Like in the last trade, Ashok Leyland, we booked 1 lakh rupees, in my Telegram channel. So that was an OLFM trade. So there are trades which go wrong, there are trades which go right. But the trades which go right, we book a big amount. We book a big amount, and it is not a trading style where there is frequent in and out, right? It is not frequent in and out. Just few trades are given in a month, like 6 to 7 trades hardly, and we look to ride them big time. That is the intention of OLFM. But these are for aggressive risk trade takers and having a good capital size. If you are a small trader and you are a conservative trader, just want to trade in cash, buy and sell, simple things, and then you can join ECTM program. That is fine. And if you are interested in learning and doing things on your own, then classic trading course is the best thing. I'd be more happy than if you invest in the classic trading course rather than the live market programs, because if you be independent, then I'd be more happy, right? Now I'll take up your queries. Chart queries. Any queries you can mention. What would be the SL of TVS Motors? Okay, TVS Motors. Let us look at the chart. For TVS Motors, the SL I cannot say because you need to mention your entry price also and what is the time frame for which you are holding. You've taken a trade for an intraday thing or 1 or 2 days or 5 or 6 days. I do not know. But looking at the weekly chart, let's say you are taking it in a positional basis, then currently there cannot be any great stop loss except this level, 593.65 long term. If you look at the long term chart, then this is the immediate level that is coming on my mind. That is a support. Jigar is asking, should we avoid stock in the news? No such thing, Jigar. There is no such requirement to avoid stock in the news. Rather, when you go with the trend, you will see that the news will accelerate your trend. There are higher chances that the news will continue the trend rather than reverse your trend, right? So there is no harm, taking trades before the news, but do not take excessive positions. Like if you are taking multiple positions and all those positions are based on news, there is upcoming news for all those things, then there is some trouble. But 1 or 2 cases in your portfolio, there is some news, it's okay. No need to worry about that. But the thing is that when there are important news, you need to stay on your screen. You need to be cautious, right? If the stop loss, if you have a stop loss or a target in mind, then you need to be very cautious, because if there are sudden jerks in the market, and if you have not placed your stop loss, then you may go into losses. So you need to be aware at that point of time. But if you have taken a position, it's okay. There is no need to exit that just based on that some news is coming or so. Taha Zaveri is asking views on Canara Bank and Tata Power. Let's look at both the charts. Tata Power, again a chart whispers discussion, right? many weeks back. And in fact, I had also taken this trade on future segment. Breakout has happened and the price is moving up. As of now, no fresh entry suggested. I do not suggest any fresh entry here. See, we have to look for good entry points. Just that the price is moving up and you go buy, it is not a good thing to do. Look for good entry points. As of now, there is not a good entry point, and nothing is there on this chart. On the daily chart, it is a trend following setup. You can look for wigwag long setups here, correct? Wigwag long, you can look for that. I think this candle would have been a wigwag long setup, this candle. So trend following setups you can follow. The other one is Canara Bank. Canara Bank has a fresh breakout here. You can enter long here with a stop loss at 146 on a weekly losing basis. Just a minute. I did not. The level is not very clear, so I've drawn a zone here. So the stop loss is the same, right? 150 level on a weekly closing basis. You can take a long trade here, Canara Bank. It is facing rejection here. See, this is the resistance. It is facing rejections here, right? If it breaks out, the next target is 214. But look out for better opportunities than this. There are many other great opportunities discussed in this session. Look out for better things. DB Corp breakout at W flag pattern and ascending triangle pattern breakout. DB Corp, Mashood Ahmad, a member of Classic Trading course. Okay, DB Corp. Yes, correct. See, I also drawn it somewhere. What has happened is there is this breakout. There is this much contraction and then a breakout. There is tremendous increase in spike in volume, but there is no, great momentum I'm finding here. Neither I'm finding great. Okay, there is this level. See, there is this level. Okay, fine. Yeah, the level is good. Okay, and there is another pattern here. Right. Very nice. Very nice. This is an ascending triangle pattern breakout. Slight breakout has happened. Right. So this is a good trade. The candle is not that greatly convincing. Right. What you can do is wait for this break of this high of this candle, that is 95, and then take trade. Or if you have entered half quantities here based on this candle, which was not so convincing maybe for many people, then also it's okay. You can have your stop loss below this. In this case, just a minute, the stop loss should have been based on the scale entry 7 points below this, somewhere at 83.7. right? So this is a good stock, DB Corp. I will also keep this on my radar. I'll see next week if I get a good entry. I will surely jump into this trade because the target is great. Risk reward is great. The next target directly is at this level, 131. So it will be a fantastic risk reward opportunity. 35%, at least 35% move is there. DB Corp, good one. Mashood, good one. Vipin Kumar is asking how to tackle gap up or gap down for stop loss. There is no, say, these are part and parcel of trading. If such a thing happens, you have to exit because your stop loss is hit. And maybe if big gap down happens, then you will incur more loss than what you had determined based on your stop loss. There are few tricks and tips which you can keep in mind while doing so. But that will differ on a case-to-case basis, and that will only occur with experience. I cannot explain situations like that unless I have clear scenarios, right? Hope you understand. Anish Khan is asking Raymond for positional. Okay. I'm just looking at the chart. Just a minute. Okay. So on a weekly basis, the price has given a breakout. Again, it was a and this pattern, ascending triangle pattern, broke out, retested here, but failed to move up again. Again, retesting here and trying to move up. So the stock seems to have lost some momentum now. The stock seems to have lost some momentum now. If you look at the daily chart, on the daily chart, this is trying to give a breakout, right? So not so much convincing, not so convincing stock. If you are a breakout trader, then you can go long if the price closes above this level, that is 363 level on a daily closing basis. That is where you can take a long trade on Raymond positionally. Currently, not a good thing to take trade right here. Wait for a breakout. Atul is asking about Jamna Auto. We had discussed this in the previous session. Atul, you must watch the previous chart whispers session. I think we have discussed this. Okay, no. We had discussed JBM Auto, not Jamna Auto. Jamna Auto we had discussed a few weeks back, not in the previous week, right? So there was this inverse head and shoulder pattern. Look at this pattern, nice and tight. Breakout, retest, moving up. Let's do some important levels now on the chart. There is a good level here, and there is a good level here. Again, there is this breakout, and price is trying to retest. See, so this becomes a good entry point, good one. If you look at the daily chart, price is retesting. If you get a better entry somewhere at 64, that is again very good. But again, this also currently price is at a good retracement level because the trend is up. And if you even look at the wig setup, this just wait for a green candle and go long based on the wig setup. Trend following setup, right? Let's see this. No, the price is not in a perfect pullback zone. So wait for, I think it should move. It should, if it gives one more red candle or a green candle with a bottom wick, a hammer kind of a candle, then we would have this as a pullback zone on the swing indicator. And then we would have a good entry in Jamna Auto, right? Jay Mishra, Mahindra CIE. Yes, Mahindra CIE. I think we have discussed this also. Oh, Mahindra CIE. ये क्या हो गया इसमें? Now see, you have to be also quick while booking your profits, right? See how much great move it had given in just 1 week. एक ही week में कितना बड़ा move दिया इसने. I think we were discussing this talk also. Look at the move. But if you are still holding and sitting, there is this clear resistance here. See, so this should be a good area to book at least half your gains. At least half your gains, right? And then there is this area. So we'll wait. But at least half your gain should be booked, and you should be safe now, sitting in profits, a good profit. And risk reward is also great. Now, this trade was a typical blast setup on a scale entry based on what we have learned in the classic trading course. If you're a normal breakout trader, I do not suggest to take this trade now because we have seen a big rejection coming in. And even though the price has closed above this breakout level, but this strong upper wick rejection is not so good to me. So I'll avoid this trade now. But if you are a classic trading course member and if you have used this blast setup, then you would have entered. Just a minute, let me show you. Then you would have entered somewhere here. Let me show you. You would have entered at at 191.6, right, somewhere here, and you would have worked out based on the step trailing method, at least somewhere here, right? You would have got a risk reward of 3 at least, looking at the chart. Tanveer Shayad is asking about TTML. Let me look at that stock. I do not know TTML. Okay, Tata Teleservice. Oh, what a move. But this move I could not have captured because there were no clear levels on the chart. Except for this. Which got broken out here. So this could have been an entry point here, 11.1. And then the price moved up by, oh, what a move. 26, 20, 26, 52, 60, 72% move on the upside after that breakout. Fantastic breakout happened in this stock. We missed this stock badly. There was also this small congestion, a contraction in volatility before this resistance and breakout, right? So this was a good trade. But as of now, no fresh entry suggested, right? Now you have to skip this stock and look out for the other opportunities. If you're holding this stock, place a stop loss at 115 level, and then you can trail it. SBI, many queries regarding SBI. And Madhu is asking about Gmr Infra and Fodler. Gmr Infra. No, Gmr Infra is a completely avoid category. I will not be looking at such kind of charts. Nothing much. So avoid such kind of stocks. If you're holding such kind of a stock, if it gives a good spike somewhere at 27, 28, you can exit, right? Next is GMM Fodler. Oh, long-term trending stock made this lower low pullback, a consolidation and a breakout. Fantastic stock. Fantastic stock, Madhu. This is a great stock. See, this is a good rectangle pattern consolidation. And then this is a breakout. Very nice. Can take a long entry now. GMM Fodler, everybody, please, you can note this down. GMM Fodler, long entry possible. Stop loss below 3921 on a daily closing basis. You can go long if you're looking to trade the daily chart. Target would be the all-time this level. 6,300, 400 level would be the target. Good chart. GMM Fodler, I will also note this down. Fine. And the other third query was? SBI, right? SBI, many people. SBI is given a breakout, but I will avoid this stock. Big move, big candle. This, see, 39% move in SBI is not a small thing. So it needs time to relax now, right? So as of now, I will not be looking at this stock because a great move has already come in SBI. And this stock is not such a stock that it is often, right? It gives such kinds of moves often. So after such kinds of moves, we expect some silence. So let it calm down. Fine. Now we are done with 1 hour. If there are any other questions and queries, we will take up in the next sessions, but I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you're learning actually from these sessions, right? And everything is not being wasted. There are many charts that I'm showing you. I think आफ्टर मेनी सेशंस इफ यू वॉच, आपको आपके दिमाग में छप जाएगा क्या ब्रेकआउट होता है, क्या पुल बैक होता है, कहाँ पे टारगेट होता है, कहाँ पे स्टॉप लॉस होता है, एंड दैट विल आफ्टर ऑल हेल्प यू टू मेक प्रॉफिटेबल ट्रेडिंग डिसीजंस ऑन योर ओन. सो दिस इज द इंटेंशन. एक घंटा निकाल के हम बहुत सारे चार्ट्स, अच्छे चार्ट्स डिस्कस करते हैं, और आप आई होप कि सब चार्ट्स ट्रैक करते हो. जो फेल होते हैं वो भी ट्रैक करते हो, और जो हिट होते हैं वो भी ट्रैक करते हो. रिसेंटली जहाँ से चार्ट विस्पर स्टार्ट किया है, जो चार्ट्स हमने डिस्कस किए, ऑलमोस्ट 80 to 90% चार्ट्स आर गिविंग फेनोमेनल मूव्स, सरपासिंग द मूव्स ऑफ निफ्टी एंड द ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स, राइट, जो बहुत ही शानदार मूव्स दे रहे हैं. ऐसे चार्ट्स हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. तो आई होप यू आर एबल टू इवन मेक गुड मनी. राइट, सरल मुनाफा सिंह गुजराती छो जी, गुजराती छू. ठीक है, ओके फाइन. थैंक्स अ लॉट. हैप्पी लर्निंग एंड हैप्पी ट्रेडिंग.